AYV Television on Channel 33 with a broadcast live from the studios Natawa in Freetown. And we there on Channel 33, we there on Facebook, AYV News. We say we saw the stream live now with Facebook and our website, www.ayvnews.com. And you can bookmark we, you can watch we wherever. And we also then a radio on FM 11.7. It gets you all over the country on this program, and same way so we're there on DSTV on channel 399. Welcome to all we viewers from across the country and across the world, and especially with people on our Facebook. As always, you know, we can send special shout out for now because Nayanda the conversation can day, you know, Nayanda say Leone and can get their opinions on waiting and think how they feel about the program, the interviews, the way we can do. And we can accept them in good faith. The criticism, the comments, the corrections, which we for do better, we can accept that. And that help we for develop and do a better program. As always, as making appeal, even though we get right for make we opinions and know on our Facebook page, but we can ask that we do them respectfully. We all get right for agree, for disagree. We all get right to we opinion them, we views them. We all get right for support to that we want support. But as Mick say, the bigger picture is, I believe 99% of Salone people they want a better country. No matter how that you support, APC, SLP, RUFP, but you want Salone for be better. So we can disagree on we opinions them, but one thing we will not for forget and for respect we self as people. That's very important for we and we platform them. That's now we own policy. So I want to welcome on another show today, and inside today on this edition of the program, I get Dr. Sylvia Blyden, where they can talk about recent happenings. Just last week, I was the mayor, Ivona Kisoya. I asked a question about Dr. Blyden and the writings, the way they write about him. She reacted to it. I mean, also Dr. Blyden as well. Some time ago, we talked about a lot of things about a case where been go Supreme Court on the APC, governance issues, and a lot of things I will talk about. So that was some time ago, and between that time to now, a lot of things happen and don't change. So Doc is here with us for can talk about a lot of things we can talk about today. Reaction to the mayor of Freetown, Ivona Kisoya, and other national issues. Doc, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Lamrana. It is always a pleasure to be on AYV hot seat. It can be hot, but it's always a pleasure.
I know, you know, possibly I'm sure don't cross through a lot of things way hotter than this seat. But how has it been, you know, from the time I was to this time? Things have changed. I remember you've been getting this case, we've been go court. You've been talking about the APC on a crossroad, a lot of things with the PPRC as well. Things don't change so far?
Yeah, there have been quite a few dramatic things that we don't happen, of course, since then. I think when it comes to the APC, the most notable dramatic thing we don't happen, now the judgment of the Honorable Justice Adrian Fisher, we may remove the illegitimate executive of former President Ernest Bai Koroma from Wupati, the hem of Wupati, and the interim arrangement where the party gets right now. So that, I think, when it comes to the APC, that is one of the most dramatic developments that have happened. On a personal note, I will say something else that has happened that was quite dramatic, that a lot of people then got surprised at it. Now, when me and the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Her Excellency Fatima Madabio, we reconcile, we make peace, and we are together now like sisters, very, very close sisters. And that was quite dramatic because people were like surprised. Sylvia of the APC, Fatima of the SIPP, and so that was another dramatic development.
We can talk about your relationship with the First Lady. Definitely we'll get to talk about that. But I want to ask about the APC. I remember the time I was to talk about there is a law. You take the APC, go to the Supreme Court for save the APC. Otherwise, the APC not going to be a strong party we go contest the 2023 elections. You still hold on to that with the former President Koroma being removed, him resigning, and new Alfred.
No, he wasn't resigned. He wasn't resigned. He was kicked out.
Okay, in your own interpretation, he was kicked out. And Alfred Peter Conte is the interim chairman now. You think things don't change? You still believe in the APC?
Do I believe in the APC? 100%, of course. It's my party. It's my political party. It is the party that my ancestors have sweated to build it. My grandfather, my parents, myself. We've done a lot to build the APC. And of course, I believe in the APC and what the ideology of the APC is supposed to be. And I have to insist on this, what it is supposed to be. I believe in that ideology. So one of the reasons why I'm striving so hard is because I want the APC to go back to that ideology. What formed the APC in the first place? I can divert, allow me to divert a little bit. 2 days ago, on the day of the funeral for Her Majesty the Queen, a document appeared on social media. I don't know how many people saw it. This was the proclamation of the colonial government of Sierra Leone that the king then had died, that's the queen's father had died, and there was now a new queen. And the colonial government of Sierra Leone was acknowledging her as the head of state of Sierra Leone. This was in 1952. And guess who signed that document? Whose name was not right on the first column? There were 4 columns of people who signed. Guess whose name was there? Shaka Probin Stevens. He was an SLPP man, a strong SLPP man who signed that proclamation. It's all over social media.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes. He was then an SLPP minister. He was a cabinet minister in the SLPP. But because of what Shaka Probin Stevens saw in the SLPP, that he did not agree with, and that was what caused him to move to join in the formation of a brand new party called the All People's Congress. And that ideology of giving power to the grassroots, giving power to the people, ensuring that the people have a voice, that is why Shaka Stevens left the SLPP. And that is why an APC was formed. And that's the ideology I believe in. Power should belong to the grassroots.
So with this APC, this interim body, you see the APC moving to that ideology? You see the APC gaining that Shaka Stevens ideology of the grassroots party?
Yes, most definitely. One thing you have to realize, Amadou, is that Ernest Bai Koroma spent 20 years at the helm of the APC. I was at the Potloko Baibure Hall. I was there in September 2005. I was the only person who covered the APC convention in September 2005. And what happened in September 2005 was an election. A ballot box was put, and Ernest Bai Koroma was elected. And since he was elected in September 2005, he refused for there to be any more elections in the APC. So this is a man who has controlled the APC dictatorially since 2005 at least.
With support from people like you? You were part of the party.
I will come, let me land.
Okay.
So to overturn that type of dictatorial grip is not something that Alfred Peter Conte can do in one day. Okay. It's not something that the people of the APC can do in 2 days. This is something that is going to take some time. And of course, I'm sure you are seeing the resistance. I knew the resistance was going to come in. There's so much resistance, there's so much infighting. But this is what happens when you're trying to stabilize a party back to reset it to what it is supposed to be like.
What's your involvement in the APC presently? What are your involvement?
I am a senior member of the All People's Congress.
How much are you helping the party for go to the ideology where you talk about with this new leadership of Alfred Peter Conte as interim?
I'm a very smart politician, very, very smart. In fact, I dare say I'm one of the smartest politicians in the All People's Congress. And I use that smartness in smart ways. And I'm using that smart way to ensure the APC is put on the smart track.
So what could that mean? You support Alfred Peter Conte with smartness from the back, behind the scene? You support him?
I am supporting whatever and whosoever believes in the Shaka Probin Stevens, S.I. Koroma, C.A. Kamara Taylor, Bobo Kamara, and Nancy Steele, and those founding fathers, their ideologies. Chief Mukhtar Khaled, those founding fathers, their ideologies. I support anybody who supports that ideology.
And who is that person? No other person right now?
There are many of us, not one. I'm saying there are many of us. So many. There are so many APC people. You know, the English, they have a saying. They say, empty buckets make the loudest noise. When buckets empty, then they loud. You kick and small if you holla na ya. but bucket way full. You know the area I make noise. In the All People's Congress, there are a lot of people who are solid, who believe in the ideology of the APC. And I'm working with people like those.
You're supporting Alfred Peter Conte?
Alfred Peter Conte deserves the support in his capacity as the chairman of the interim leadership of the All People's Congress. It is not a blind support, which means that I can criticize him when he does what is not correct. I don't support him blindly. But for now, he is the de facto leader of the All People's Congress. And if we want our party to move and rebuild itself, we have to support Alfred Peter Conte.
Do you see the APC becoming formidable for the 2023 elections?
The APC right now is a very, very formidable political structure. Take it from me. The All People's Congress.
We are less than a year to the elections, and I'm not a presidential candidate.
Not a young problem, that.
No, I'm asking you for the public. The APC, not to me on problem. But
listen, we were then at APC. We are okay.
So everybody for be okay because you okay? You
no,
think everybody?
We were then at
but
APC.
How will you know, Doc? I'm asking for the people.
You see, there is something about the political party. We know ourselves. You are not APC, so you don't know. I am APC. I know. We were then at APC, we're okay.
When are they win 2023 elections?
That's a tough call. This is the same question Abdul Fonti asked me on the same program in the year 2017 or 2018, whether we were going to win the elections. And I'm going to give you the exact same answer that I gave to Abdul Fonti over 5 years ago. And the answer is this. You can only determine who is going to win a presidential elections few weeks to the actual elections. Because it is only in those few weeks that the amoeba forms itself into a structure. What thing they happen now in a posturing? This the posture, then the posture, this the posture. So it's difficult to predict whether the APC can win an elections. It's difficult, it's tough to predict.
But do you believe, as APC, you say, una with the APC, una no pass, we were not the
yeah.
You the inside, you know, you na member.
Yeah.
With already you they see around.
Yeah.
You see people that we don't, Dr. Samoa Kamara, na aspirants, you get other people that we don't come, but we want to be flag bearer.
Yeah.
You believe so una get the candidates who go win elections for una in 2023?
One thing I want us to understand is that Sierra Leone, a lot of people underestimate how people then they vote, that they vote on issues. People then they feel to say that individuals Sierra Leoneans can vote on. No. Sierra Leoneans vote on issues. And I think what the APC has to do is to develop themselves as an issue-based candidate approaching the elections. And then Sierra Leoneans would vote on issues.
Could that be Dr. Samoa Kamara?
This again is an interesting question. You're asking whether Dr. Samoa Kamara could be the APC presidential candidate?
Yeah.
Well, the answer to that is that whosoever is able to convince the APC structures that he or she is the most formidable that can take on the other presidential candidates of other political parties, including the very powerful incumbent Julius Maada Bio, is the person who is going to emerge.
So I ask again, you're an APC member, and you're a person where you talk open, you don't,
of course.
You know they hide. So I'm asking, who that's the people that we don't come out so far, who do you think say now the best person we will take on President Bio? I remember the last time you said President Bio is a very smart politician. Yeah, who do you think say we will take on him?
I will repeat again that President Bio is a smart politician, but at the same time, I would also say that President Bio has made a lot of mistakes. President Bio has made a lot of miscalculations.
We can't get your assessment on President Bio.
So that aspect of saying President Bio is a smart man, I would also repeat something I said to you at the last time, that he's made too many mistakes.
Okay.
So putting his smartness to the fore, instead of putting the mistakes to the fore, I think would be an error. So what I would want us to do is to balance President Bio's mistakes with President Bio's political smartness and come up with a position on him.
Who's kind of candidates? Well, they can't talk about President Bio. Whose candidates you think say una gets right now? we go able to challenge President Bill
We
next
do
year?
not have any candidate at now. I don't.
Who are the aspirant them? My bad. I'm sorry. Who are the aspirant them?
There are so many aspirants in the APC, and so many of them are competent. Of course, some of them are clowns. Some of them are comedians. Some of them are comedians. Some of them are clowns. Some of them are jokers. But we have a huge chunk of formidable people in the APC. And Dr. Samura Kamara is one of them. He's one of the most formidable persons that the APC has right now. He has made mistakes of his own, especially in recent times. He's made some mistakes. He would have to work to overcome those mistakes. But he is definitely one of the most formidable that we have in the party now. And
you'll support him if he's made the flag bearer of your party?
This is a question Abdul Fonti asked me over 5 years ago, again on this same hot seat program. And back then, if you watch my response I gave, I carefully avoided to reply to endorse Dr. Samura Kamara. This was in a few months before the 2018 elections. He repeatedly tried to ask me to endorse Dr. Samura Kamara, and I repeatedly evaded to endorse Dr. Samura Kamara. But what I can say now today is that Dr. Samura Kamara has grown. At that time, the type of politician he was and the type of politician that he is right now, he's become far more matured, he's become far more formidable, he's become far more experienced, because back then, he wasn't my cup of tea. But now I can tell you that if the APC gives Dr. Samura Kamara the symbol, he would receive my 100%.
Is that an endorsement?
Let me land. He would receive my 100% support.
Is that an endorsement?
What else can it be other than an endorsement? Okay. If he gets the APC party symbol, if Dr. Samura Kamara is given the APC party symbol, if Dr. Samura Kamara is our candidate for the APC and he wins the presidential aspiration, he is going to get my 100% support.
Meaning, if you're going to Congress today for vote, you'll vote for Dr. Samura Kamara?
I am not a delegate as at now.
Okay, if you be a delegate at that Congress, you'll vote for him?
I did not say that.
No, I'm asking.
Don't misquote me.
No, I'm not misquoting. I'm asking, Doc. I'm not quoting you.
Well, first of all, we don't know yet who are the candidates, who are going to come forward. So many people are going to come forward, many people, because there are criteria, for example, how much money you should pay and stuff like those. So that might dissuade some people. So we don't know who, we don't know what are the wide array of people yet.
So let's say Dr. Samura Kamara, Dr. Kelfala Mara, and others. And then two, then they don't see where they come out.
No, we have far more.
Paulo Conte.
We have more. We have Dr. Richard Conte.
Dr. Richard Conte.
We have Haja Zainab Hawa Bangura.
Okay.
We have
you know them.
Yeah, so we have formidable people.
So with those people, so with those people and Dr. Samura Kamara, if then at the ballot for you vote in a delegate, who will you vote for? You vote for Dr. Samura Kamara?
I would have to listen to what each person has to say. Okay. They are all formidable. You asked me if Dr. Samura Kamara, you see, Dr. Samura Kamara was already the presidential candidate when Abdul Fonti on this same hot seat asked me if I would support Dr. Samura Kamara, if I'm fully endorsing him, and I evaded to reply. I can tell you one of the reasons why. I will tell you up front now. My grandfather, my mother's father, if not for him, his name was Solomon Athanasius James Pratt, S.A.J. Pratt. If not for S.A.J. Pratt in 1967, APC not they win elections. And when my grandfather died, and the party put out a message that all party stalwarts should attend his funeral, this was in January 2018. Dr. Samura Kamara no attend my grandpa's funeral.
Deliberately? Or?
I don't know what. He never attended.
Have you asked?
I never did, and for now it's irrelevant. I'm telling you back then.
Okay, so now that even gets against him? Amongst
many other things. There were other issues I had about him, most especially whether he was really an APC man, because his mom just kind of party. So I had doubts, I had questions, I had issues. And most of all, I didn't like it that he could not, because anybody who knows the history of the APC, know what my grandpa do for APC. So the fact that he could not go to Regent and attend my grandfather's funeral, I said to myself, this is not an APC man, boo. So that was one of the reasons. But in sharp contrast, when my mother died 2 years ago, Dr. Samura Kamara, I don't match on, I don't
make peace.
No, we never make plaba.
Ah, okay.
I was just
you don't
saying,
forgive him?
No, I was just saying from a political perspective that he could not realize that S.A.J. Pratt na big man na APC na in die so.
Okay.
Na S.A.J. Pratt in sweat na make APC. That he could not realize that na S.A.J. Pratt and go to my grandfather's funeral. I was not happy with him. But when my mother died 2 years ago, it don't matter now because he was not a politician back then.
Okay.
He was not only was he one of the first people who called me, but the support he gave to my family, both logistical support and moral support, he was with us.
Do you believe, say, Dr. Samuel Kamara will beat President Bio?
Dr. Samuel Kamara made mistakes in 2018. We make President Bio beat him. He made mistakes in 2018. That made President Bio beat him because of those mistakes. I think, say, as I just tell you, Dr. Samuel Kamara, and I'm not to Samuel Kamara again of 2018. He's now a politician. He's formidable now. He's a formidable politician now. So Dr. Samuel Kamara and Julius Maada Bio on the same ticket for next year, it's going to be Julius Maada Bio would face a tough time.
Which role you think, say, or you did look forward for play for the APC in the 2023 elections, the campaign and all of it?
It depends again. There are so many factors, so many issues. It depends. I might be on board fully, or I might not even be on board. Depends. I might be
Depends on what?
I might be out of the country. I might be studying. I might go do some further studies. I might not be in Sierra Leone.
Look, you know, somebody where I know you've clearly been saying how much you don't participate in the political process in this country. So I could imagine you not being around to vote in an election for you party where you show like and believe in. I see you picture where you come out US, you know, with your APC proudly they show them on social media. So you're not going for the around, is that what you're saying? I'm
saying there are many permutations, many options are there. I not say I'm not going to vote. Even if I'm not in the country, we reach time for vote, I go fly and vote.
Okay.
For whosoever is the APC presidential candidate, I'll come and vote for that person. But what I'm saying is there are many different issues. You're asking me, would I be on board the APC campaign team? Would I be, you're asking me, what would I come and do for the All People's Congress for them for win the elections next year? And I am saying to you that there are many factors, many permutations. Anything could happen. I might not even be in the country. I might be overseas. If Dr. Samuel Kamara is on the ticket, what role will you play? It's the same answer I would give you. It depends on whether I'm in the country. I might not be in the country. I might be overseas. I might be out of the country. Okay. Well, we can't look at other issues. We don't talk about the APC. But you believe, say, the APC, they win the elections? I will ask again. No, I never said that. No, I'm asking I'm asking again, if you believe, say, una go win? The APC has the potential to win elections in Sierra Leone. Most definitely. We don't prove them. We win elections 1967. And I must say again, for those who don't know, that we win that elections day because of my grandpa. If my grandpa not been come in 1967, we not win that elections. This is a fact. Okay. So we get the skills, we get the tactics, we get the manpower, we get the human resource, we get the financial support for able to win elections inside Sierra Leone. Okay. So can we win the elections next year? Oh yes, we can. But there are many obstacles to overcome. Okay. Okay, so we move to another issue. The right to reply, and I think we always give na this platform. If somebody says something about someone else and the person thinks, say, he want to react to that, we always provide this platform for do that. So in the last edition, the mayor mentioned, I asked him a question about Dr. Sylvia Blyden and the writings them within the right about him. And he reacts. So let me get that reaction there. We go get waiting. I've been member the time I host Dr. Blyden as well. I'll be asking about the mayor. Instead of being giving you reaction, we go get them videos and then we go get Doc in reaction to this. Within your party as well, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, at one point she will write a lot about you. Awareness Times don't publish a lot about you. And how you think that? You're all members of the APC. She's a member of the APC.
You know one thing very important in our life? Now for appreciate, say, we're all different. We're all different. God, you see, and 5 fingers, each one different. And me, I think, say the way how I get peace and move forward. Now for focus on my goal. I start off, I tell you, say, I was never in politics in my life. I come from an apolitical family. I now realize, you know, that we're quite unusual as a family. My parents are not, you know, academics. You know, that they're not, they raised me. When I tell me that they say I will run for mayor, it was a big argument, you know, but that's so I grow. Now I'm in the political space. One of the things that where I really truly believe though, is that I will never stop being true to why I come into the political space. I don't come to this space for look for anything. I come into the political space.
Why is your comrade,
because
Dr. Blyden, somebody where people would think, say, people support you, she's a woman, you're a woman, you're in the same party. Why you get any thoughts about why, you know, you're not getting her support, or she's been writing about you?
I come into the political space for deliver to the people of Freetown.
Okay.
The work that I do, if today we're able to say, okay, we don't create
do you feel bad that things are
postnatal...
as politician, you don't feel bad that things are written about you, calling you names and mentioning you as somebody with
because you're a politician doesn't mean you're not a human being.
Yeah, so that is why I'm asking. What do you think about them things and the way Dr. Blyden they write about you?
I'm not going to pay attention to any particular writer, because there are many things, and that's one of the things. I mean, recently in last week I think it was, I get a text exchange with somebody where he mentioned this ACC thing, and I said, look, you don't even understand. This is attacking the fabric of who I am, everything I stand for and everything I believe in. For me, it's not casual. You know, being called a thief, it's not just like, no, it's deeply painful, because I don't want to thief 1 cent in my entire life. God is my witness. So the flip side of that, though, coming back to what I'm going to say to you is, if you are determined to focus on development and delivery, then you can't afford for you be distracted. You know, you're not a man.
So
the pain will be there.
You see them as distraction.
Yeah, definitely. The pain will be there, and what I do, I take it to the Lord in prayer.
So that's the mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya, last week been the response to a question I asked him. But before now, we've been Dr. Blyden, I've been asking him as well about the mayor. Let me just take a look quickly of that video, then we'll come to Dr. Blyden for react. Supporting women, you know, women they within our politics, women they within our business and how they call them. On record, you know, woman we don't get a lot of issues with other women them. In politics, Zainabawa Bangura, you're having issues with the mayor now. Is it your personality, or you know, a other person self come out as and Bongo say myself a popular politician?
You see, this is not the propaganda when they put out. Where most people that know me, they can just dismiss and laugh. Because when you are talking about any woman we don't support woman in position of authority, that woman there's nobody reaching.
You don't support part
of my support.
Why do you don't make clubouts now?
Allow me for the land.
Okay, go ahead.
The examples abound of my support for women. But you know that the problem can come if people want to be honest. We all want to be president of Sierra Leone.
Okay, it's about political ambition.
Hold on. We all want to be president of Sierra Leone. Me get the self-confidence, say, if God say I will be president, I will be president. They don't have the self-confidence. So what can they do? And they go shumo against me in a corner, then they whisper.
And they congosa you.
Yeah, no, we went this REF talk, for example, we went talk, but me then lie talk there for me in a corner, go to the international community, go to diplomats, kongosaya. So they do these things as a way of pulling me down. I don't do that. I'm upfront. I got opinion about you, I say it upfront.
Okay.
So that's the difference between me and them. Everybody wants to be president. They all get different routes where they want for you.
Will you support another female flag bearer within your party if she's given?
Take, for example, the name I just called you, Haja Hafsatu Kaba. Before they destroyed her or tried to destroy her, if she had stood up to be president, she would have received 100%.
Now they talk about recent time now. Say mayor of Freetown.
Wait. If she had stood up to contest, she would have received 100% support from me.
Okay.
Because she would have deserved the 100% support from me. Before they can get all kind of case. So the issue of me not supporting women now,
it's one of the most popular women they want again on a party we na the mayor of Freetown, Ivona Kisoya.
Well, we all then I saw this BNTM on I see the exchanges, and since she's not here for defending.
No, I'm asking. No, I'm asking if you can support. You go support someone. No, I'm not asking you for an opinion on impersonality. You can't to the point where you say you know go talk back because you know they. I'm asking about whether you could support a woman like her if she comes up to be say I want to be flag bearer of the APC of which you are a party.
You saw the recent exchanges. You saw the recent email. You saw the recent WhatsApp. So asking me to give my opinion now when she's not here, it's disingenuous.
Okay.
It's not fair.
You go support you go support a woman within the APC party if they come up for be flag bearer.
It's a very strange question because I would support anybody who is competent, man or woman.
Okay.
Who is competent.
No, I'm asking specifically with a woman within the party where you say for and be flag bearer.
Man or woman. I'm just
no, with a woman will you will support.
Of course. I mean, come on, I don't give you after to come example. Okay. I don't give you. Look, I don't have a problem, for example, with the mayor of Makeni. Then there was an issue where happened where they want to scandalize them and take them out of context. I was right there by her side, supporting her and attacking and neutralizing a lot of people when they try for damage the woman. So this is the mayor of Makeni. You don't come and you tell me now that somebody they go and pour my name in a corner. They
go and somebody you mean the mayor?
I'm just giving you an example.
No, I'm asking as well.
Somebody they go and pour
the mayor they pour your name.
And then you can't tell me now say when that person they pour my name.
No, I'm not telling you. Now ask you. Me not tell. No, me not tell. Now ask you dog. And I ask if you
tell me now say that kind of person that for can get blind support. No, it doesn't.
So the mayor na the person where they go and Kongusa you.
No, I would not talk about the mayor.
You know, boy.
No,
I'm not saying, but now you just say me they ask you for to support somebody, and the mayor na the person you had already phrased.
No. You went back again to the issue of women.
Okay.
You asked me over and over if I would support a woman.
Okay.
I don't tell you say even when the mayor of Makeni, Sunkari had the problem few months ago. And people wanted to take that issue out of
So
context.
what's clear, you not go support somebody with the Kungusa you?
Well, if somebody is going out of their way for destroying my political stand.
Okay, that's Dr. Sylvia Blyden. The term will be Ostanaya. That's been a little bit longer, yeah. I think it's last year, yeah.
October.
Yeah. So, you know, this plaba between you and Mayor still they continue?
Let me put it this way. I was extremely surprised at her show of cowardice on this program. She behaved like a coward.
How?
I was expecting, you know, like when you asked me that last time, they say, well, you're not denier. If you're not denier, I'm not going to talk about them. But then what she did, instead of just evading for talk, she comes to reply and she starts talking about how this is painful. In fact, one of the things that really got me when she put him finger front, he begins to say we have different fingers. Of, you know, that was like was say in a some kind of innocent person, in a one of the finger they were innocent. Like I mean, as some bad person way. I just begin talk about I'm out of the blues, and then they pull hints, several hints about political families. Because yes, I come from a political family, definitely. Mama family politica, papa family politica. So I am from a political family, political heritage. So I anyway they pull all that hints about how in Canada the political space. When they ask them, reply no more about Sylvia, I begin pull hints. Say they go talk about me neighborhood, Kokulbe, how we don't go work na Kokulbe. They're irrelevant things. And she behaved like a coward. What I expected the mayor of Freetown to have done, if I behave like a person where them born her with blessing. And how possible them born with blessing they behave? La land. What do you mean if I don't do na this program? If I don't tell you, they say Amadou, na me offended that woman day.
But the mayor did not.
Wait. But
the mayor did not say things that attack your personality.
See, no, what are they say?
Yeah, but you referring to for behave like somebody will get blessing. What does that imply? What are you saying?
I'm saying that possibly get blessing. When they ask her, if they come forward,
but that is our only response that she can give. That he thinks
he give that what are they right about them? Is deeply painful to them.
Yeah.
And it not provoke them at all. That in just come inside a political space. Like if I say, because me come on a political family, you not come on a political family.
That's your own interpretation.
No, that's what she said. I'm
but exactly your interpretation.
You just played it.
Yes, what she said was, Now distraction is one.
Yes, you just played it.
Saying a distraction, yes. She is getting to understand because come out
that was unprovoked. Basically, she gave the impression that it was an unprovoked writing. No, so
and I make her ask if now so you they interpret what it says. That's your own interpretation.
Her response was that she did not provoke anything. That I'm writing, and it's a very painful writing, and it was not provoked. That's my understanding. So, and she goes to the extent she was not bold enough to come forward, behave like a would get blessing, and talk, say, this woman, I mean, don't offend them. And I react, this woman, they react to the offender, offend them.
So she's aware that she been to offend you?
Of course she's aware. She offended me in my face on social media.
Okay.
In my face. And I actually came with her writings, and I gave them to your technical team. I don't know if they gave it to you, because I wanted to put it on the screen.
Writing on social media?
About me.
Well, I don't want to make plabber anyway.
Yes. You see, the point here is, you presented her, and she presented herself like a victim who has never offended me.
No, I did not present her. She was here as a guest. I asked her a question and she reacted. So you self get the opportunity for react to it in
and that's what I'm now saying.
So go ahead and do it.
I am saying that if this now woman will get a believing self, like how me believe myself, I mean for don't talk and say na me offend Sylvia. Na me go write about Sylvia na public and call Sylvia dirty names there. Will make Sylvia vex by me.
How now go solve this? How you think say this can be settled?
You know what? I gave the things to your technical team. What Yvonne wrote about me. Okay. I mean, I gave it to them. I don't know
who the technical person that you gave to.
I sent it. It should be there. I mean, in your WhatsApp, it's a screenshot of what she wrote about me.
Okay. We'll go try for see.
I want you to play it so I can now tell you, because you see, when you tell me how...
Let me say this thing about you. The point is she didn't say it here on this platform about you, so I'm not aware of it.
Everybody's aware. I'm saying
she did not say here on this platform, and you're reacting to what she said here on this platform. What she said on this platform
is that I am writing about her in an unprovoked manner. That it is deeply painful to her what I am writing, and she doesn't deserve it, that she just came to serve, she's not from a political family, so in don't they, let me just come. So she's giving the impression like I am attacking her just because she came into politics.
So she deserves what you're writing about her. This is personal?
First of all, what I'm writing about her, I am showcasing the true Yvonne Akisoya to the public. I want the public to know who is Yvonne Akisoya. She's a thief, for example. She's a thief. The talk is deeply painful. I don't want to thief money. It don't thief like a mink. It thief like a mink.
You don't prove that?
Oh, yes. 3 different reports have proven that she's a thief. And let me tell you who is a thief.
Which of the reports there?
Let me tell you who is a thief. When the people of Freetown, them Makitum and them, they paid that them 2,000 leon, 1,000 leon towards city council. This is not for city council for get revenue. And you, the mayor of Freetown, you go take them taxpayers their money, them market money, they pay the market dues, the market rates. Okay? We will get houses that they pay with house rates. Then people that will get business and they pay them business rates to Freetown City Council. Then you, as mayor of Freetown, you go take that money where then they pay for make we clean Freetown, keep Freetown clean, for make we burying ground then clean, for make we burying ground decent, for make we dirty box then sober, for make people then get side for throw away dirty. You take that money there. You call you paddy when not they work na council. You use the money, you take the money outside of procedure, outside of budget. And at the camp there just now, what I can explain to you the difference between waiting Yvonne do and waiting First Lady in office do.
You did talk for the First Lady?
No, because she's misled the public.
Okay.
Yvonne has misled the public.
You want to react to it in the mayor say.
So no, you don't mislead the public. So I need to get the public to understand.
Okay.
So now, when Yvonne take that money, he buy tickets for Impadi, with we money, city council rate money, for go overseas, in not doing 1 term, in not doing 2 term. He thief money 5 times at least, where the auditor then catch him. It could be more. But the one where the auditor general Lara Taylor Pierce catch him, Now 5 term even thief money.
They don't deny now. He say.
But me they tell you the
report. It's a procedure. He say. But she's saying. But
no, what's that land? What's that land?
No, but the audit report safe. Don't get a lot of reports them where sometimes it's procedures and can come and amend them with institutions.
I like that.
They're not unique to just time. And people in there as well where they don't charge go court where they found guilty of corruption. But she has denied it. But you are insisting that it's.
But even a thief mambo, even the thief. Listen.
No.
Listen. Let me read what the auditor said.
Are you saying that based on what the auditor said, or I don't get interaction?
Yes, I am going to read what the auditor said.
Okay.
I'm going to read it.
Go ahead and read it.
When the auditor don't talk down, but the thief where Yvonne thief, will come to 200,942,333 leons, where Yvonne thief. The auditor made a sentence, and this now the thing they kind of way they show you now say, you know, what they call prima facie evidence. The auditor said, above all, since this transaction was not budgeted for by the council, this not a thing where the council budgets for. And let me tell the public today, the Local Government Act of 2004, now one of the most hotly debated laws of this country. Tijan Kaba was the president, and Esbai Kroma was the main opposition leader in parliament. They debated that law to ensure nobody in the canton thief man council. And one of the caveats where they put, one of the protection where they put, is that no local council, it's not the Local Government Act of 2004, no local council not forever spend any money unless it is budgeted for and unless there is a council resolution in support of that spending day.
So could it be mismanagement or you they call it thief? You deliberately they call, they directly they say
money not to, you know the thief.
No, but the words then different, dog.
It's not different.
Mismanagement and then ask you back, say pay back or refund them back.
Pay back what you thief.
So everybody, we don't say a lot of, I'm sure you don't see, you know, somebody we don't get a lot of audit reports them. You don't see report them, then go do reports and say, no, this money, una not for be don't use una for don't use them pan this, una use on the wrong side, una for pay and back institution and they pay and back. Does that amount to stealing?
I just read out to you that said, this was not budgeted for.
So that means saying a thief. But not saying a thief, then thief.
No, and you go further and say, without the appropriate approval.
That means saying a thief then thief?
No,
but doc, if somebody thief na report, then go put and they say na thief.
No, there's no other way to put it. Let them put so na thief them put so. So they say this money where you don't thief, can pay back.
No, they're not saying this money where you don't thief. Now you read them back. Read what you read back.
Look at the day.
No, they say it was not budgeted for. Now you read them.
Okay, you want me to read that?
You read them back. Read the whole.
I read the whole thing.
No.
I read the whole thing.
Because of time.
I just read. I know they read the whole report. Just read that part. I just read them. Okay. During 2019, the council made total payments of 200,942,333 for air tickets and per diem to individuals that are not staff of the council. Additionally, back to office reports and evidence of transfer of knowledge to council staff regarding the travels undertaken were not submitted. Above all, since the transaction was not budgeted for by the council and without the appropriate approval, we deem it as an ineligible expense. In other words, this money, where then Paul Makituma then go pay to council, for make we sweep the street, for make them get toilet, for make them burying ground and then they clean them. This money, where even Akisoya take them for buy tickets for Impadi, for go for enjoyment overseas.
That means then Tifa.
I don't know what you call thief.
No, now your interpretation me want to, not to me. How waiting thief mean? You know,
okay.
Waiting thief mean? You explain about the people they understand.
Okay.
How person the thief? How then they call person thief man?
Now they tell you so now.
Yes.
If within a family, okay, and the family, the dining room table, 1 million leons they put up the dining room table. Where the papa na the family, he left him. Say, the pikin use pan this 1 million for go buy broom, for clean that gutter, for buy food for that old granny. And then me come, now the family. I take panda money, I go buy the broom. The other sister can take panda money, go feed that old granny. Then one per week can take that money, he go disco for enjoyment. A thief. Now you call thief.
In your interpretation.
In fact, na thief. Then left the money for this. You take and you go for enjoyment. Now thief, you thief and go disco.
This matter between you and the mayor, is it getting so personal that we're not able to solve them?
You see, the mayor, this problem for don't solve if he mean get this. I make I say if you get blessing, this problem for don't solve.
For that, the harsh word they use.
I swear, I can be even more harsh than that.
Why? Why?
You see,
so
I don't know why your staff did not give you what the
no,
mayor
I don't
wrote
see the
about
thing you
me.
send. It's a WhatsApp.
Because,
No, it's a WhatsApp. No,
what the mayor wrote about
I've seen.
me,
No, I've seen.
no,
I have seen the conversation. You sent it to me. It's a WhatsApp conversation, and we can't put that. It's a private conversation.
It's not private.
The one where you
public.
No, the one where you sent to me.
Now public,
no,
item.
I have seen it. Now you send them to me. It gets the name of the mayor. I can vouch. If not being Facebook page, a post them, we can take that and play it for you. We do that in this show. We do that in this program. But you sent it to me, and it's a WhatsApp conversation. Screen grab from a WhatsApp conversation. I have it. I have seen it.
Okay, that is what the mayor wrote about me in public.
Okay.
Now, have you read those words? How can you write that about somebody? How can you write that about your fellow woman? And they ask me now, and she comes to this program, if they pretend like, one day write about me. If they can put in hand up, they act, we all get different fingers, with this, that. And we not get blessing. So, if you get blessing, they talk and say, I mean, don't write about Sylvia, but she's a coward. So she has to present herself as a victim, where they're not doing nothing.
It seems you're hot, like the mayor said she's also hot. It's
deeply painful. Did you read what she wrote about me?
But instead say for calling thief, somebody with teeth, it's painful. So una two feel hot. Una the hot una self.
No, you see this thing with the mayor, it goes way back from the time I've been minister. She's been fighting me. At that time I was saying she's a technocrat. But now I realize that she was fighting to bring me down from when I was minister. Because for her to go to this extent and write those type of things about me, it's unfortunate you don't want to play them.
Yeah, because
for any woman to write that about your fellow woman, in public, you just in a WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group got 512 members. She wrote that about me, and she wrote it in a public forum. How can you do that to your fellow woman? Now she's out there pretending like she's innocent.
And you said publish and write about her is called a thief.
Of course, she's a thief. She's a thief, and you know what?
So this is not going to end.
Let me tell you something. No, it would have ended. You know what? Say this thing for don't end long ago.
Why? Why you know there?
All she needed to have done, when he realized, say, he don't write this thing for me, he don't hurt me, she should have sent people to come and say, dear, wanna go beg that woman for me. I am sorry, let's talk this talk. But she refused. Then they show you that she meant it.
So if I apologize to you?
Of course, if she doesn't apologize to me, we'll continue. She will continue.
So this fight will not end if...
No, if she doesn't apologize, if she doesn't retract. In fact, let me tell you something interesting. This God will serve now, a wonderful God. When Yvonne wrote that trash, in fact, not one trash, look at what she wrote. Look at the things she wrote. Even when they can say me, they support kleptocrats, me, they support thief man. Well, in thief like mink, it thief like muscat. Me, nobody know when they catch people and thief. And nobody not ever catch people and thief. Because me not a thief man.
Okay.
But she is now proven to be a thief by 3 independent investigations. Don't ask her. Say that money where you thief, pay them back.
Did you about to explain why this thing not the end? Why?
How we go end? Do man no one beg? If do man no apologize, do man no retract those utterances. But now they go no more.
But you know somebody will always say you believe you're a fervent Christian. You believe in God. Do you believe in forgiving if you think say he hurt you?
If the person doesn't realize that they have done wrong, now for me you just realize say you don't do wrong. You realize it, accept it.
Until they realize you don't forgive.
If Yvonne, mayor of Freetown, influential mayor of Freetown, can take a pen to paper and write that Sylvia Blyden was RUF, that Sylvia Blyden, a woman with low moral characters, that Sylvia Blyden in the support kleptocrat. Look at the trash that she wrote. If she can do that and refuse to retract and apologize, then how in God's name do you want? Because it means that at every opportunity going forward, she is propagating that because not get blessing. If you get blessing, not they cost me back. It be brave. It can talk and say.
But it not cost you now.
No, No, she came here and pretended.
No, but she didn't curse, even say, she didn't even mention your name. If she reacted, like the last time, you said no agree, say no, you know, go talk about her. But you not mention your name. Now you there on, this is public TV.
Oh yes, she's a thief.
You are abusing her.
She's a thief.
You not get any regret saying these words?
How can I regret that? For me, unlike him, na lie for me. He say me na me RUF rebel na lie. In a thief man, they don't prove him. Possibly they don't prove.
No, the other word them what you they say but somebody will not get blessing.
Me possibly get blessing.
So you not get any regret saying that on public TV?
At all not. It's a statement of fact. Somebody will get blessing. When they ask him, he go say, na me don't offend that woman there. Now make the woman they react. But because you not get blessing, now make it come they pretend like for saying an unprovoked attack.
So you think say you for attack on this way?
Well, first of all, God sell unto me. Because me na person, I need to lie on somebody. If one don't lie on me, don't lie on me horrible lies. Because when you lie on somebody the way if one don't lie on me, you saw the right things. If me na me that kind of person where Yvonne be, we not get morals, where they sit down and manufacture lies about somebody and put them out, I'm not going to enjoy the blessing while they enjoy so this world. But because this woman...
So this react that you wanted to react to the mayor, is it to say words against her? That is what you wanted?
I'm just saying what are statements of fact. God sell and give me. So God give me the opportunity.
So you wanted to use this opportunity, this platform to say words against her?
No, I'm using the platform to showcase that contrary to Amadullah land, I am using this program for showcase that contrary to what he can do na this program, because now you set fire.
No, I not set fire. Oh, I not set fire. Me no they set fire.
Okay.
No, I know they set fire.
All right. Okay.
Now me work me they do. Now question me they ask.
All right. Now you do your work, and in the process of doing your work, you ask about me. All what he aiming for reply is that this woman they react because I mean first me don't cost this woman bad
now that you expect some for react.
Yes, but he not do that. Before that, he go present himself to the public like she is so innocent in all of this. Like one day cost me.
Yeah, but
like one day lie for me.
You explain your side of her without calling her names.
Whose names? That's not fact. She's a thief.
You not get morals. She's.
You get morals. Morals go to go.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking.
You might not get morals.
So you not get any regret saying these words.
I'm saying statements of facts.
Okay. So this plumber owner gets not even the APC owner come with them can solve them for owner.
It's just a simple thing. She wrote to attack me. He said me na RUF rebel. He said me na AFRC. He said me na Tijan Kabayin whatever. He said me na and then all them thief man they me they run and by command and me na me the spokesman for the thief man. These are Yvonne Akisoya's words. And most of all, he said me na loose woman and not get morals. Yvonne Akisoya wrote this on social media against me. So now, if she can write all these nasty things about her fellow woman, and then she comes to this platform and he begin pretend like in a lamb, like one day attack me, like I be just the right bottom, unprovoked, then of course now somebody will not get blessing. So
also they hurt said they continue for hurting herself.
No, it's up to her. I mean, she can, because this is a woman, interestingly.
No, I'm asking, now she's going to react and continue for hurt you and you'll continue to react.
This is a woman who, when I was a publisher of a newspaper and she was in England, she would always send me updates on her activities because she had some form of NGO fundraising things. And I would always give her front page prominence, coverage on her activities.
Having a good relationship.
We belong to the same church. We belong to the same Creole community. We belong, look in family, look at family that is on a church, look at my own family that is on a church. We belong to the same church. So when I meet up in a church, so? Not really, now we don't marry in another church. I'm saying when she was before she got married.
When her family didn't know each other.
Of course, very much so.
So how can you go this far with this?
Well, you ask them.
No, I'm asking you, now you there now. I go ask them anytime, Mikaya. They ask you now. I'm not being saying now they go the same church.
At the same church?
No, but they ask you now because you there. Now they go the same church. When her family then they sit on very close. How can you go this far? And
well, you have to
able to solve this all this way.
You have to ask na politics.
You will not complain, ma'am?
She came with opportunism into politics. She came to bring me down.
Okay.
She came into
so this
politics.
fight is all about politics?
Of course. I'm telling you, before she entered politics, before she came to start to work in government, when she was in England, she would send all her activities to me at Awareness Times. And I would cover Yvonne. It's there, the newspaper articles that I've covered on Yvonne. She would do sponsored work. She would do things. I was always there for her. She comes into governance and she comes to attack me. I'll give you one example for lack of time. Let me just give you one example. I'm the Minister of Social Welfare. I come in, there is this program for social mobilization just after Ebola. Even Akisoya, I don't know whose deal in, whose arrangement, I know it's a deal, whose arrangement if we don't get with these United Nations donors them. I come and catch the United Nations donors them on $2 million thief, within thief. I mean, there's no other word for it, thief. They go and they start lobbying. The next thing I know, I meet this project for social mobilization, and the project is moved from social welfare to Office of the President, Chief of Staff, under Ivan Akisoya, moved from my ministry to Office of the President post-Ebola project. I was stunned. I called the United Nations guys them. I said, but for God's sake, you know that Office of the President cannot handle this type of project. This is a project that only Minister of Social Welfare has the manpower to handle it. And they said, well, we can't help it. We got instruction. We just spoke to Ivan Akisoya, and they said directions have been given. President Nkrumah said, move the project from social welfare, move and go to... So they moved the project, then chief all the money because the project now ended up being successful. It was just
so now did the effects begin?
I'm just giving you one example. That's just one. There are numerous examples. This is a woman where she done a lie per me. The term where at the social welfare, she was working at State House. He said how then send people from State House for come based na Minister of Social Welfare. They refuse for give them office. Lie. So not an issue where just that this woman has been offending me, systematically offending me since I was Minister of Social Welfare.
So not even the church, not even the family, not even on a party, not even the Creole community where I belong to able to solve this problem?
Well, they have to talk to her because I come inside for comfort.
You will not complain, I'll be they ask again.
Well, I don't know what you mean by complain.
Maybe tell people them. I must get leaders them, elders them.
Well, I don't know what you mean by complain, but what I can say to you is that I am not a soft target by any chance. I'm not a soft target. Nobody can make me a soft target because you want inside politics. You can, you see, as I say, we belong to virtually the same space, same church, same Creole.
That how so surprising is it that you can go this far and they say words.
Well, I mean, look at what she wrote about me.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
Can you do that? Can you write that about your church member?
No, but what I'm saying,
this is not my church member. Can you write this about somebody where you are ending at the same church?
This don't go this long. We not get anybody able to come between you and solve this.
That in itself speaks volumes about what is going on. The fact that she has been able to insult me, demean me, bring me down, fight me for my being minister. And you know, there is even more.
Even Akisoya name don't come up for, I don't see him around, I don't read them, about her being a running mate for your party, the APC. If they make a running mate for the next elections, what role will you play? Will you still support the APC? I
heard Yvonne confessing for the first time here on this program last week. He confessed for the very first time because nothing where people they not what I mean talk I was the secretary to the 9-man committee that was set up to find out why did APC lose the 2018 elections. And one of the reasons I gave, I said the symbol where the party give to Yvonne Akisoya for being mayor of Freetown, within days the woman was never APC. She was never a part of our party. Just within days of her joining the party, she got the symbol through the machinations of Ernest Bai Koroma. I said, this is there in my report, my 9-man report. I said it was so disgusting that it turned off a lot of Party faithfuls. A lot of Party faithfuls found it unforgivable for Ernest Bai Koroma to do what he did. This woman not me ever join Party. Now last week for the very first time, now Yvonne talk on air, say he not me join APC. And now you program.
Yes,
and the only reason why I make him join APC now because he want to be mayor of Freetown. So she just validated my report.
So she's APC now. If it becomes,
most definitely. If it becomes, and say he joined APC for the first time in October 2017. I say people that begin call me that next day from all over. They say Sylvia, you may talk him. Sylvia, you may talk him. Sylvia, you may talk him.
So if you be una running
because
mate,
people don't me believe what I talk say. This woman. Now October he joined APC, then get a party symbol within few days, then get a party symbol.
If you be una running mates now, will you party running mate? If you be running
me not yeri running mate for Yvonne. Waiting me yeri for Yvonne that she wants to be the presidential candidate.
Okay.
I know yeri but running
for
mate.
APC.
Yes.
So now the first day.
No, well you see maybe because I just gave you examples of her fighting me when I was Minister of Social Welfare. removing projects from my ministry and transferring it under her purview, lying about me to His Excellency the President that 10 day, that I did cooperate with them. It reached a point where I tell the President, and it's by Kroma at the time, I say, I don't prove to you, say this woman a lie for me, where he say I not allow in staff them for come. If you allow this woman for continue for be team lead of post-Ebola project, I am not going to attend any more of her meetings. So this is as far back as the year 2016. I told her,
and this fight continues.
So from 2016, I refused to attend any meeting that was called by her post-Ebola. When I prove and say, you don't lie for me.
I remember the last interview I gave you, I asked you if una get a female as a flag bearer for una party, if you go support her. You say either man or woman you go support. If Yvonne be flag bearer, you say you want be flag bearer.
If Yvonne, in fact, it's not even something to contemplate because it's funny for me, imagine.
You're not a politician. You should just mention how he be then get symbol he be mayor.
So
if it be flag bearer, you go so if it be flag bearer,
if it's in October 2017, he joined APC because he want to be mayor.
So if it be flag bearer na party,
that 10 day the party.
If it be flag bearer running mates like party, you go support her.
I'm very loyal to the APC, and if we reach that bridge, I'm sure there will be a way to cross the bridge.
We're not going to make peace.
No, there will be a way, I'm sure. If we reach that bridge,
okay.
I'm sure there will be a way. There's always a way.
Okay.
If we reach that bridge.
But this plabber you and Yvonne is still Leone.
Not a plabber. I'm just showing her. I'm at the exposure to the world.
Okay.
And
you don't get any regrets saying those words?
They're factual statements, them.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, the president of 50-50. You know what is 50-50 group in Sierra Leone?
I know about them, yeah.
You know, 50-50 is supposed to be the foremost gender equality group. That is the group of women where they come forward for fight for women, them for get positions, for fight for women, and for be elevated. That is what is 50-50. The president of 50-50, the current president of 50-50, now him then put na a committee for investigate Yvonne Akisoya last year. You hear where they this program where they talk say. Then send one committee for go investigate them for distract and
the local council committee.
Yes, the local government ministry. The president of 50-50, Haja, she's a Haja Alima. She's a famous Haja Muslim woman, very pious, straightforward, honest, well-respected woman. She came up with findings that Yvonne Akisoya for pay this money back. This 200 million where Lara Telopias na woman, he say this money where Yvonne take, where the Makituma name they pay, where they pay with us rent, then business taxes, where Yvonne take for that money, because they take for the money, not to donor funds, so the donor funds you on thief.
There are a lot of reports now, the audit reports we talk about people way either mismanage or why you've been so keen on Yvonne? Is it because of
she's denying.
Okay.
It's a denying character. She's a thief, and it's a denying thievery character. It's a denying dishonest character. It's a portray like for saying they hound them. It's a portray like for saying I ain't one grain and they chase. When the reality is that she's not the only mayor who has paid back. With
all this experience we don't share about our relationship and waiting what happen, it doesn't mean you are personally fighting her. It's something personal you fighting.
Well, you know, you go for ask him why make he begin fight me in the first place.
No, I'm asking because you now. When come I go ask him. The question the way they ask you now, you because you there. When come anytime I go ask him, then question then they.
Only she can say because
is
she
it a personal fight? No, not only way they start. Okay, you don't continue, they continue.
Yes, now it starts. It starts for fact me. Start for I don't tell you say when I was publisher awareness times, the evidence is there. Yvonne would send me all her emails of her activities, fundraising, things she does, and I would give Yvonne front page coverage free of charge. Not to 110, not to 210, not to 310. I covered Yvonne Akisoya a lot.
Okay.
Even when it get a huge problem, because the other thief way he do, the other manipulation way he do, now this with hotel, Cape Sierra Hotel. You know, it is only in Sierra Leone that somebody like Yvonne Akisoya go get away with what you don't get away with na Ipan Cape Sierra Hotel. Okay. Only in Sierra Leone.
You get evidence of them Sierra Leone.
If I get documents.
Okay, you get them. But you publish them now, awareness.
If I begin publish, but Yvonne Akisoya will publish. If I begin publish, but Yvonne Akisoya in teeth.
But you don't say on this program and you're not publishing them.
No. If I begin publish, but
Yvonne Akisoya. No, but you're saying she's a thief of Cape Sierra. You're not publishing them.
She's a thief. I don't say thief of Cape Sierra. I said only
the Cape Sierra project.
Yo, it's only somebody like, it's only a country like Sierra Leone that Yvonne go take £1 million sterling. He say now he spend for broke hotel, for broke building. He bring people that say they come out Ireland. You know, Yvonne his story, me I don't know. And it's by Koma really and Bogu party. For look that kind of person there, with that kind of history there. Me no say, what thing they go do now? What thing happen so to the council? I'm not surprised though.
If the church call on her for make peace, you ready?
But she has to accept. She has to accept that now you offend me.
Okay.
If they refuse for, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
She has to accept. Now start. I was there for her. She was my church member. I supported her. Anything they do, awareness times again, positive coverage. You come inside government for can't fet me. Then you come inside government for fet me. Then they pretend like for say, you know, one day do me wrong. They pretend like you know, she pretends to the public. But me, don't meet up in matches now. Look what they do that poor Bobona Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Benkefala. Francis has bent over backwards for protective on Akisoya.
Now the allegation need to make
That's serious allegation. Don't tell Francis to his face.
How?
I have told him to his face.
How you mean?
Last week, where Yvonne Denaya, na this program, when he talk all in slush.
He said not pay.
Now I tell you so. Where he talk all in slush. I called Francis on the phone and I said to him,
Can you disagree with Yvonne respectfully?
No. I said that slush. Do want me to talk now? They talk. I mean, no, and they thief money. I don't know that pay. Then just go pay for me. I don't know that pay. Not a slush. That is slush. That is slush.
You can disagree with her respectfully.
I don't know what you mean, but
if you talk about Francis, which bend back you mean? Say Francis bend back
because he bent over backwards too much.
How?
So, listen, this woman was caught red-handed with her hands in the till. It take money, thief money. You know, they give so much opportunity. Oh, can't pay the money back. I can't pay the money back. Then you get.
So then for not indict him and can't go.
Then we don't draft. Not to that he tell you now, yeah. He say,
no, I'm asking you now.
Did she not tell you here that
you know
she was
explain what you mean by Francis is bending back? Now then they are able to get clear it.
Francis Benkefala is responsible. I told him that last week. I called him on the phone and I said to him, all waiting Yvonne they talk so now AYV television. You deserve it. Now you cause them. Now you get the problem because you bent over backwards. To allow you give the woman too much leeway.
Waiting, you know, waiting. What Francis could have done when a law we say that this you for do.
Well, that is what Yvonne told you. He said, not only tell you. He said August 2 then call and say for go shorty.
Yes.
You not say that.
He said lawyer say no go.
No. Did she not tell you that
she said it? That is what I'm saying. That is what she said.
And said to her that she should come with a shorty, which means that they don't prepare charge sheets for him for charge and to court. No, so. But that's she confessed this.
She said it and she didn't go because the lawyer advised her
didn't go. The fact is that she told you here.
Do now they ask now.
So she told you here that they don't draw up charge sheets for them and tell them for go with shorty.
No, she didn't say charge sheets.
No, she said
he said and say go with shorty.
And she said to you, do you know what that and the implication of what that means?
Exactly.
They go shorty. That way they don't charge.
So what Francis for do?
If I don't charge this woman, I don't. If we don't charge this woman, no they fit and so. And there's not just there are 5 files. 5 files that the Anti-Corruption Commission is investigating Yvonne Akisoya on. 5.
Are you saying Francis is aiding and abetting?
I'm saying that Francis is bending over backwards to protect Yvonne Akisoya.
Why?
When I want to make Yvonne the handle and so. You know what I said in one group? I said Yvonne they treat Francis Benkefala like how you they treat you. You talk like you don't knock in Paco. That's how she's treating him. Yvonne Akisoya.
And you said this to Francis?
I said it to him last week. I said it to him. I said, you deserve everything Yvonne is saying on AYV against you. You deserve it.
Okay. You want to say something? We need to move on.
He has 5 files that he's investigating Yvonne Akisoya on. 5. He's only closed 1. There are 4 other files. And these are serious criminal activities.
So you're putting pressure on Francis for...
I'm not putting pressure on him. I'm telling him that the molestation where he face now Yvonne Akisoya, now he fell for himself.
We need to move on to another issue. One of the other issues now, I just want to ask, Doc, are you they provide PR for the First Lady?
I don't know what you mean.
Are you providing public relations for our office? Lately I've seen you they post a lot about
she's my sister.
Activities.
She's my sister, so I'm sure you do that for your brother. I mean, if you have a brother who is, for example, is coming under unfair attacks, if then they attack your brother unfairly, with the skills that you have, you are one of our most skilled media public relations people. With the skills that you have, you would not allow your brother to be subjected to such unwarranted negative publicity, you would step in. So
Okay.
Fatima is my sister, and I'm stepping in to help
So
her.
let me we watch two videos. One where my former colleague Abdul Fonti Chinaya, where you talk about your relationship with Fatima some time ago, and another video of one of you broadcast them on waiting be happen between you and the First Lady Fatima. Below watch that, we can get your reaction.
Okay.
We want you comment on a particular issue right now we get for do with the women in politics.
Okay.
I'm the wife of Mr. Julius Mada Bio, one of the people that will contest this election. That is Fatima Bio. He recently made some comments, lambasting President Ernest Bai Koroma, well, some people say in a demeaning manner. You as a woman, waiting you will say towards that comments there?
Fatima actually was my friend. Fatima and I mean like my small sister in the Gambia. You know, I used to work in the Gambia. And Fatima saw me as her role model. They came to me for mentorship, everything. So the Fatima what they see now, they curse president, they blast. Not only Fatima what we know in Gambia. I'm just amazed at it. And from where he came really, from where he married Julius Mada, we have not seen her, we have not spoken. But we used to be so close that Fatima would fly to Gambia, they can visit me in a salon.
Wow.
Yes, we were that close. So the Fatima what they see now, I'm just amazed. I don't even understand what's happening. But for answering your question of whether it right for a woman for to map my public and curse the president, that particular video, they are not seeing it. I hear it say the audio was played, I don't even listen to that audio did. But I think some of what I hear it and say is say, because I have not watched it yet. I think it's unfortunate. And if you eventually they watch this program, I go out for advice. I'm again as in big sister way, I mean, Sabi many years back, say, it probably need for tone down a little bit for the attack the sitting president, that kind of way they say it's not true, because I haven't listened to it. You probably might want to tone down. But having said that, I don't feel say because she's a woman, she should be intimidated from speaking out. If you feel to say something the way you want for say, as long as she says it in a respectful manner, she's just like any other man, right? And this is what we are fighting for. Gender equality, women's empowerment. It is her right to stand up in public and talk. But just that you need for tone down the...
That's now one of the video them. Let me look at the other video. That was in December 2020. Let me look that quickly.
At that point, where you go on Facebook, you go talk about people then daddy. Now say no, this I for put her in place. Because you know will be first lady. They go and encourage people then for course. Now on a policy that sending that people then for kind of social media for course. Then you feel to say you go they can pull me name. They hire people then for talk to them about me we know to true. Then you they go and justify another social media, they bring me daddy. Can inside you talk? He misbehave. Let's be honest in this country. Then you say you're not first lady. When you don't misbehave, you say them for respect you. No, not also it's not also. If you're not first lady, no go begin call people witch man. It's not done. If you're not first lady, avoid it. Parent, somebody in parents. Not even indirectly. No, reference somebody in parents. If you're not first lady. And if you're a first lady, you turn yourself to politician, then you for expect say they will treat you like a politician. So if you don't go cause people and say they're a witch man, people that can't pull him by you. If I don't take the same advice where you give me 6 years ago, when you tell me say make I just keep silent when they call me prostitute, and me also like a you way me on a hint me pull. You on a wall 6 years ago. Kanji Dalame and the other SIP people, but then they curse me na you wall. They allow them for go na your Facebook wall and call me prostitute. At the time, I was a special executive assistant to Ernest Bai Koroma at State House. You tell me say make I move on, okay? So dear me people, them I want to make una understand this whole background. When they go and lie, say Fatima just sit down, make on and say I'm a prostitute, na lie. And I don't see the true picture now. Do ya? Between me and Fatima, without offending company. Now Fatima offend.
That's now one of you audio them, but I read quickly. One of you posts on December 14, 2020. I read the final part of it. You say, Fatima, you started the ball rolling by directly, dropping hints against my social media post that I engage in nighttime political movement. I have now described your dancing to be a chorus-styled one. You have now dropped hints about what you suspect to be my expensive upbringing of electricity meters in all rooms. That one is your weird and frustrated talk this morning, so I'll just jump over it. So what next? I suggest you just shut up, Fatima, and avoid me completely. I also strongly suggest for you to advise your social media crew to stop their vile trash about me and you in the Gambia. Once again, as I close this address, remember that I have today dared you, Madam First Lady, and in brackets, or First Witch, to state one more hint against me like you did last week about my nighttime politics in constituency 110. I dare you, Fatima, I dare you. Say one more hint, innuendo, or negative comments against my person, and let's roll. Signed, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, OOR, Monday, December 14, 2020. Feel free to reshare. This I commenting against the... You not get any regrets in making those comments about her, calling her a prostitute?
I don't think there is anything you've read where I said she's a prostitute. Read it again.
The word where you read, what's in choro mean?
No, I said dancing like a
choro. What's in
dancing like a
what's in and they imply?
No, hold on. Dancing like a prostitute is different from saying somebody is a prostitute.
So you don't get any regret of saying, referring to her as dancing like a prostitute?
No. Teeth and tongue, they always jam. People then they always, I mean, especially when as somebody where you emotionally tied to, if you feel to say this person when a me own sister, this person when a me own person, it hurts you more. And of course I was hot. I guess she was also hot. So when that happens, teeth and tongue must jam. So this was an issue where we allowed politics to come between us. Everybody knows the role I played in constituency 110. When you go campaign, she said things. Myself will win, I said things, and that was it.
So how did you swallow then things and they wanna say about yourself? How did it happen that you are now, very close to her?
I was very close to her 20 years ago.
Yeah, but when I've been don't get in the relationship, we're not too secret. Place on waiting you write and waiting you say. If
you watch the, you don't play two videos. The one video was before she became First Lady. You play that video there, and you heard what I said on the video, that this woman is like my small sister, but the way they see him now, I mean, she's like very active in politics. Because I mean, not Miss Sabi, Fatima, I mean, they afraid politics. She recently did a TikTok video where he tell the whole world, say he loves me so much, from where he's small, he admire me, and that's true. A lot of people may call me and say, look at him, Fatima, talk about you. And I said, it is just the truth. Because I remember when I was coming to lead the YPP in 2002, she was one of the people I discussed with. I mean, this lady was like my small sister. I sit on a parlor to her with the discuss.
Now, like how Yvonne are you church member?
I never had any kind of sibling relationship with Yvonne. I'm talking about Fatima and me, we sit down together like sisters. So I sit down with her and I tell her, say, they can't lead a political party in Sierra Leone. I mean, I saw it open it was like, because she was just so surprised that woman, they get their kind of mind, they say, they go challenge Tijan Kabada, 10-day SLPP, then because that was SLPP in power. And she was so Fatima made afraid politics. So for see Fatima now so strongly in politics, it's just like I said, it's an amazing thing. And just as she said in her TikTok video, if I find really if we deploy them video, if you play that in TikTok video where they praise me, we were able to come back together and be very strong again as sisters because there was a foundation that was there before.
Now I apologize. Now I'm big.
Somebody asked me this question just the other day. One of my friends, they asked me how me and Fatima actually able to come together and be like this.
Because with the mayor, you say you need for apologize. If
No, the mayor doesn't apologize to me. So we go toe to toe.
So the first lady apologized.
What did she say that she should apologize for?
You say when I've been you say a pulling by you. You even mentioned.
Well, personally apologize because a pulling.
No, doc. How you want divert? You said you were hot. You said it just now.
He said he pull in different.
You said he pulling to even mention your family. He mentioned you daddy.
Yeah.
You were hot. You mentioned it just now.
Let me reply what I just said. Somebody asked me recently. The person they say how you and Fatima are not able to reconcile. And the honest truth is because there was a base, there was a foundation. There was a deep emotional attachment when she was young, and I was like a mentor. If you watch the video you just play, I was a mentor.
Did she apologize to you? I want to make peace.
And as now they say so, somebody asked me this question, and I said to the person, I said, I can only give the credit to God. Nobody not make peace between me and Fatima. Nobody. Believe you me, I had not. Now they tell you so. I had never spoken to Fatima from when he married President Julius Maada Bio. We not see, we not talk. Pastor sent her one line congratulations by Facebook at congratulate him. I say, oh, I see you've married, blah, blah, blah. You have my blessings. And she replied to say, oh, I am so happy, big sis. Because I saw this woman they call me, that big sis they call me. I'm so happy. This is the message I was waiting for because she knew what was going on politically. I had not spoken to her, I had not seen her. Pastor will see this year in February. It happened, not just divine intervention. Nobody not make peace for me. Nobody not say Sylvia, Fatima na his small sister and make peace. Nobody not tell Fatima, say Fatima, Sylvia na his big sister and make peace. What happened was simple. When I did that video, you see the video where I do they explain, because that was the time now when policeman in Kanami house. 3 truck policemen and come back to my house in December. And when I did this video, she found an old message I had written to her privately in Facebook, and she replies to say that she has nothing to do with waiting policeman and go to my house. This was in the policeman and go there, in December, January. So she found that old message and she replies to assure me and say, I have nothing to do with what police went to do in your house. I not acknowledge the message because policeman they can't have my house. And all man they say policeman can't have my house now because of first lady. But then I had an opportunity a few weeks later when she was given an award as a champion, African champion for sanitation. You know, she's doing all these menstrual things. She's protecting girls. She's doing a lot of, she's done tremendous work, marvelous work, unprecedented work for women and girls in this country. Fatima has done that. So when she was given this award, without talking to her, I said, okay, I put out a congratulation message to her. Me, I know me the talk, but I put out a because she deserved that award for what she's done to elevate the conversation on menstruation.
Okay.
So I wrote that beautiful.
So that this now after all that plaba won't have been done.
Now they tell you so.
Now you congratulate her.
I congratulated her. We not ever talk.
Okay.
We not talk. We not pick phone. We not communicate with ourselves. But I recognized her achievements, that it was worthy to be congratulated. So I congratulated her on Facebook and on Twitter.
Okay.
Now, shortly after, my mother dies. I lost my mom. And Fatima goes on Facebook and she publicly consoles me on her page.
Okay.
And everybody was like shocked. They will not talk again. He consoled me. And then in best brother died 2 days after my mama died. Suddenly he go enjoyment that's on disco or something and he come back home, he dies. So she was very emotional. Imagine just lost him brother. And I also sent to console her. And from that moment on, once in a while I would send, in fact then she sent me her WhatsApp number for the first time.
Okay. And the conversation starts now.
Yeah, so we just talk. So Christmas, I was in London. And she sends to me, Happy Christmas. So I reply back, I say, oh, I know this salon at London. You say, hey, but big sis, where you can't fit on this tenor for make sure so you can find me. Oh.
Okay. Now I invite you.
I'm just telling you how the conversation goes. Okay. You say, for make sure she send Happy Christmas and say, where you can't fit on for make sure so you can visit me. Oh. So That was it. That was in December.
Okay.
And just continue chatting. And the next thing you know is, we not plan them. I go and my daddy anniversary of whatever. I tell her and say, I don't see how they can't fan you. Go there. And from there, we just sat, we talked. It was just back.
Okay.
Because there was a strong foundation there before. And one thing I have to say is that we have not allowed politics, because now politics create problem between me and him.
Okay. Nobody no apologize to Incompin.
There was no need for that.
Yeah, but you were hot. In that
She was also hot.
Yes, but you don't say clearly now, yeah. If
Well, I
somebody
think,
say things
over
about
time-
you,
over
you
time-
expect them to apologize
No.
and say sorry.
Okay, let me put it this way. The first time we met, we reconciled, and of course, reconciliation comes with apologies.
Okay, would apologize to Incompin?
I think both of us, because I also hurt her.
Okay.
Because I attacked her. I mean, it was like, me in a person where you hit at me, another go come, I will hit back.
Okay.
So I think the two of us, we reconciled. We sat for 5 hours. The first time we met, for 5 hours. And since that time, it's just, we know they talk politics. And I have to make that very clear on air. I
Okay.
defend her. I'm very protective of her. I would always
But
defend
she's a
her.
politician as well. You're defending her.
I'm defending her as a woman.
Yes, but she's involved in politics too. If
Big
it
time.
comes to politics, you defend her politically as well.
I've never defended her
No,
politically.
I'm asking if it comes to that. You say you defend her as now your sister, now your small sister.
Of course.
Will you defend her if it comes to politics too?
I would not, because she belongs to the SLPP. I'm APC.
Okay.
But when they go after her, like they go after her, like Yvonne went after her on this program, Yvonne misled the public.
So if other people then go after her as well, you just single out. She's a politician, like
No,
you
they
say.
go after her unfairly. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
On the day when they open this bridge, Magbele Bridge,
The Bere Bridge,
Bere
yes.
Bridge, La Potloko. Very interesting. By coincidence, that same day, inside that same chiefdom day, Na Potloko, they get a beauty contest na net. And I was a guest of honor. So Fatima in the afternoon was telling the people, campaigning for her SLPP, dressed in green, campaigning for SLPP and going against the APC, hitting on the APC. That same night, I am in the same chiefdom in Potloko as guest of honor for a beauty contest, and I am hitting against the SLPP and telling people who were gathered that, hey, like nobody not left APC, now only Full Mango left APC 10 like this. So the two of us, we know where the lines are drawn.
Okay.
So when it comes to her personality, that I know that people want to damage her, like Yvonne Akisoya wants to damage her, that she did the same thing that Yvonne did. And it's not the same thing.
You protect Fatima even against your comrades, young people in the APC?
If my comrades go after Fatima unfairly, I would attack my comrade, definitely.
So you're providing PR protection for her too?
She's my sister, just like you would do for your brother.
No,
if somebody goes
if I'm a
after your-
professional, me and my brother get different ideologies.
No, I'm not talking about the ideology. I'm
Yeah.
saying personal attack.
Okay.
If somebody tell Fatima, I can say it, and let me say this on air today. I have read every single article written in Africanist press by Chernoba.
Okay.
I have read them. I have read every single audit. I've read the audit report by Lara Taylor Pierce. I have read a lot of articles against Fatima. And I am now saying this, and I'm saying it on air, and you can quote me any day, any time, that unless there is something else out there that I have not yet seen. But if now on Africanist press, on Lara Taylor Pierce in audit report, on the one they were currently published against Fatima, I would 100% support Fatima that she is a honest woman. She is not dishonest. She's not a thief.
Have you worked with Fatima as a first lady?
I am telling you, based on those allegations in Africanist press,
And the audit
I don't
report
read
as
them.
well?
I don't, now they tell you on air. I have read.
But it's not the same audit report where you reference this one against
Now, two
the
different
mayor.
things.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying this is the same document.
Yvonne
No, but
Leone-
what I'm saying, I'm not saying the issues. I'm saying this is the same document where you reference, say you refer to the mayor as a thief, and this same document where you say if we don't mention the first lady, she's clean.
No, you see,
What's how somebody go understand? Waiting at the line. How somebody
that
go
is
understand?
what, that is where we are now coming to. You see, when Yvonne came here last week, she mentioned page 434 of the audit report of Lara Taylor Pierce. And she said the contents of page 434, against the office of the First Lady is the exact same thing as the contents of what that report is saying about Yvonne Akisoya. Now that is telling I know so.
So I'm not the First Lady can't defend himself.
Not to the First Lady.
No, we don't invite him. The issue between
Amadou, if you want me to Amadou, if you want me to reply. No, wait, if you want me to reply, let me reply.
No, what I'm saying is we don't invite the First Lady for Canada. So hopefully he will come, he will react to what the mayor say about him. What I'm asking is, this same document, the audit report, you say, waiting and they say about the office of the First Lady is not true. Is
not so I say. You're misquoting me.
No, I'm asking you. I'm not
misquoting
me. I'm not quoting you.
So.
I'm not quoting you. I'm asking you if not so you say.
I not say
so
that.
So what do you say? What do you say?
Amadou, you get for the allow people for land. If not, you gonna miss the trend.
No, we don't get time. We don't get time. I'm not going to allow you for just make you.
Okay.
Yeah,
this is simple. I say, I don't read everything in the audit report. I don't read everything where Africanist press don't write. I don't read other articles than where other journalists then don't write about Fatima and this issue of money. And I stake my reputation as Sylvia Blyden live on air today, that based on that audit report, based on Africanist press then the articles, I have not seen a single scrap of dishonesty on the part of the First Lady. Okay. I not suicide the First Lady thief. I not suicide the First Lady dishonest. I not suicide the First Lady broke a single law.
The First Lady is now honest politician.
I am saying to you, and you know, I want to avoid anything to do with politics.
Okay.
I want to talk about the First Lady's personality, not her politics.
Let me read something quickly. Now that you same post where you've been right. Now this you've been saying. Fatima, you are clearly unhappy and frustrated over your loss and victory in constituency 110 elections. I want you to see that loss as the start of your exit out of State House. Sierra Leoneans may be divided on many things, but one thing I do believe the majority are now resolved on is that Fatima and Mada Bio are not fit for purpose. Sierra Leoneans are determined to put any differences aside and come together to produce high-quality, empathic leadership for our people. Fatima and her husband, H.E. Mada Bio, are certainly not fit for purpose. You still hold on to that word there?
Amadou, you are trying to divert me into politics.
I'm asking what you say. This is what you say at the read. So you still hold on to that word there about Fatima?
One thing you have to do is you get to allow somebody for answer done. Then you come to the next question. Now, if you want me to answer this next question, allow me for finish, for done, for the previous question. No, but you don't make your point. You say you don't read all the document, them, the First Lady not commit any crime. No, you are jumping. You are not allowing me.
Okay, go ahead. But you need for one with time. We're not getting enough time.
I will handle that issue very soon.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a politician.
Go ahead.
Fatima is a politician. I'm a politician. We can handle ourselves politically, but I'm talking about her personality.
Okay, go ahead.
I am saying to you, and I am saying it on air.
Is this part of the PR job for the First Lady?
I don't do any PR job for the First Lady. Saying PR job sounds like I'm being paid. No. What I am doing is this is a young lady who I have known for over 20 years. And I am very uncomfortable with the way she has been portrayed as a thief and a dishonest woman. And at a stake my reputation, Sylvia Blyden, live on air, for say, pass if other documents they will, but if na Africanist press, and Lara Telopia's audit report, and the other publications the way they, if na based on the one then they, nothing other inside that way indict Fatima Bio as a dishonest woman.
Okay.
In sharp contrast to the one them way Lara Telopias indict for corruption. In the case of Fatima Bio, in the audit 2019 report, Lara Telopias not indict Fatima as a corrupt woman at all.
Okay.
So that page 434, and that's the point I want to make. That page 434, where Yvonne Akisoya quotes na this program saying that the same thing like a waiting Lara Telopias fend against.
So you want to clarify for the First Lady?
No, I want to clarify for the public.
No, the First Lady, we don't invite her. No, I don't tell you. No, I don't tell you. The
public has been misinformed.
Now the First Lady in work you want to do.
I am a patriot.
We've invited.
I am a patriot.
We've invited the First Lady.
She
has a right to reply. She can come to this show and reply. She has even replied. She did a video. We ran that in the news. She did a video. She replied. replied to what the mayor said. So I'm asking this question now. We need for round up. Time the close on me. I just read what you've been writing in December 2020. You still hold on to those words against the First Lady?
I am a politician. I was writing politics. Politics is different from personality. Okay. I am saying now she's not a thief. She's not a dishonest woman.
You take back those words?
Take back words? I never called her a thief.
No, what you wrote. I'm not saying thief.
I have never called, and I would never call her a thief. I have never called her a dishonest woman either. Don't misquote. You know what you read.
No, let me read again. I'm not saying you call her a thief. I'm saying if you're taking back these words you made against her, her personality.
No. I was talking politics. And I said politically, we want her and her husband out of office. Okay. I am APC. APC no want Fatima Imada for dinner at State House. No, so this is just a statement of fact.
So you don't get any regret saying this?
I don't know what you are trying to get at.
I'm asking, Doc, you don't understand me question. You know
no, I don't know what you're trying to get at.
I'm asking, I have told you.
Listen, I'm a politician.
Yeah.
I have just told you that on the day Fatima Bio was in Potloko campaigning for the SLPP, that the SLPP is the best party, the APC not a good party. On that same day, I was in the same chiefdom in Potloko, and I was campaigning against the SLPP. And I was telling the people of Potloko, say we for make sure say we pull SLPP because APC is the best way. This is politics.
So you got two ways of treating the First Lady, as your sister, your younger sister, and as a politician.
And this is exactly what I believe Sierra Leoneans should learn to be able to do to one another. Okay. We should be able to love one another despite our political differences. So I can tell her to in face now say, Fatima, tomorrow election day, you and your man they lost this election, but I still love you. You are still my sister. We should be able to love ourselves.
Where do you draw the line?
Yeah, it's very easy to do.
Okay.
It's very easy to do.
I remember the last time I was, I remember for a very long time, you would call former President Nkrumah your brother, your big brother, and all that. The other time I was, you say not to your brother again. On a relationship don't scatter. Should the First Lady be concerned that one day go come on a relationship go scatter? Where you not go be your sister again?
Amadou, I don't know how many of your friends are still your friends from where you did nursery school. I don't know. But what I know is that human beings, they fall out. Okay. People get married. They love themselves dearly. And they get divorced. They fall out. This is not a strange thing. It happens. So every moment of the day, somebody gets divorced.
So the public shouldn't be surprised if a relationship scatter again. If
I don't think me and Fatima relationship will ever scatter again. And to be candid, we not me actually scatter. And I talk no more, not me they talk to ourselves. The moment we begin talk to ourselves, it was very easy. And it also taught us a lesson. If people they follow waiting me and Fatima they talk about ourselves in public, what we say about each other since we reconcile, with a preach message, especially to young girls. Don't allow politics to destroy your relationship.
Finally, Dr. Blyden, I want to play this video quickly of your statement on President Bill the last time. Then we can just close with that quickly. Don't just watch them. Finally, Doc, what's your assessment? Many people looking Kaki ask them about President Bill. What's your general assessment of in leadership, the country status presently, economy, development, laws and all that, politics and governance? What's your assessment?
President Bill don't make a lot of mistakes.
Has there been progress?
And then mistakes, then are mistakes where it would be difficult for them to get over them.
Isn't some of them mistakes here? You don't mention them for a very long time now.
The incident, Leone arrest, for example, that's a huge mistake on his part. The arrest and detention of me, the way I was treated as a woman, that's a massive mistake where you don't make. And I don't see how we go able to overcome that kind of mistake the way we make. The second one is the incident at the Pademba Road prison. The prisoners. And the way that issue was handled, the way the SLPP women's leader can talk, these are huge monumental mistakes. So President Bio in vision, it's applaudable, it is wonderful, it is excellent, the vision is there. Okay. But the implementation,
okay, now you get problem with
there. Okay. I think all man get problem with the implementation.
Over 100, how much you go give President Bio in 3 years?
I don't think the man don't make so many mistakes that he's going to.
How much you go get him?
If they lost the 2023 elections.
So how much you go get him out of 100?
That means if they lost the 2023 elections, it means to say they're below 50%.
Below 50, 30, 20, 40?
Well, until you don't say that 3 years, so we got another 2 years more. Let's see
how much you go get him these 3 years? Below 50. How much you go get him?
Definitely below 50.
How much that go be? 49? 49 a pass, oh?
No, it's not pass.
If 49 a pass?
No, it's not pass. No, definitely. President
So how much you go get him before below 50? How much you go get him? If you call figure number.
Well, I they look at pass mark for election because when you go on off,
okay,
you need 50 plus 1.
Okay, so
now that let me they look.
Okay, say, so now make you see get below 50.
Is it below 50? Then it's clear.
Okay.
That's no more than one deny, but this man it don't make so many mistakes.
That was from 3 years to 2023. Less than a year to 2023. You still believe in those words?
100% yes. When it comes to the mistakes that the president don't make. President Bio, I mean, I cannot say it stronger than this about his mistakes. And the mistakes the way he don't allow for derail in government, the bad judgment, the errors, the lapses, if I don't act swiftly, the going after the wrong people who were the real, genuine patriots, and leaving the terrorists, the demonic, satanic people to graze freely. And he went after the patriots. That's one of the mistakes he made. And them mistakes, then just as I tell you, I don't see how he's going to be able to overcome those mistakes, because these are mistakes where you are blinded. And let me clarify something here on air, because a lot of people get confused because how can Sylvia be so close to Fatima and she's not, they work for Mother Bio, they work for Mother Bio, they give her money, Mother Bio, they this, Mother Bio. Let me make something very clear here. One, the way Fatima loves her husband, and no say there is no way she would be able to maintain a relationship with me if her husband frown on that. So I believe that her husband doesn't mind that I am back in her life as a sister. I believe her husband doesn't mind. But let me make it very clear that I have no business with her husband, politically or otherwise. A lot of people get confused.
And I sister, Emmanuel.
Yeah, and I give her, of course, I give him a lot of respect as my brother-in-law, definitely. But to say
I have a family.
Definitely. I mean, if I take Fatima is my sister.
If President Bio call you for serve for work for in government,
no, President Bio will not call me to
work. No, I'm asking you.
Why ask a question that?
How will you know if now you sister in man? So if your sister put what say my big sister?
No. Fatima will not even do that.
No,
that is if you small sister, the question. Just leave that aside.
If your small sister thinks say
she will not do
you
that.
are smart and you don't say you're not patriot. You don't say you're not patriot.
She will not do that.
If the president call you for serve, you will serve.
People have to be able to understand the dichotomy in a democratic government. If everybody was smart, we're brilliant, we're patriotic, left APC for who serve President Bio, then how APC go there?
If he call you for serve, Doc, that's the question I'm asking.
The answer is simple. I will
not take the job.
No, of course not. I will not.
If your sister beg you, so have say, help
she will not do that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't know Fatima. She will not do that. She will not ask me to go and serve.
But woman and they support the man. If you see you say
Fatima
you're not patriot,
Fatima is madly in love with Julius Malabio. That I can tell anybody, any day, any hour. Elect that man to pieces.
And if you want bring his sister, if you want bring his sister along now for help,
she would not bring that to me because she knows how much I love APC. She knows. Nobody needs to tell her. She knows.
But your APC, Fatima is just LPP. You and her sister. If Alpha Khan is serving, is still APC.
Alpha Khan
you can't serve.
Alpha Khan is Alpha Khan. Sylvia Blyden is Sylvia Blyden.
You can serve in an SLPP government.
I will not. In fact, that would be a disservice to this country. We have to get a dichotomy. We get for able to draw the line. At the same time, we got for tolerate ourselves. Now, that's me and Fatima, they show.
Okay.
Me and Fatima, they show this country, say, she is married to the leader of the SLPP, and she is 100% SLPP woman.
Okay.
Fatima loves Mother Bio, so elect that man, so much. I can tell you that authoritatively as her big sister. She loves that, her husband. But at the same time, she acknowledges that I love my APC. And she knows. In fact, sometimes it can provoke me. Say, hey, yeah, APC people, yeah, they go deal with them today. Okay. Just joking, you know.
When I get that relationship there.
So she's my sister.
Okay.
She's my sister, and I know her.
Mother be on Ibralo.
Yeah, my brother, yes.
Okay.
And I know, say, the Fatima be with me, no. We don't know for 20 years. You know the thief like Yvonne Akisoya.
Finally, you think, say, President Bio, you still believe, say, President Bio, they lost the elections in 2023?
Okay, let me say what I always say in life. Miracles can happen. Miracles.
By election, not to vote?
No.
You don't register?
No, I will do that. You know, we don't carry it in our area.
Oh,
my own area, but they don't.
Well, election a number, on the number of votes we
no,
get.
wait. My own area na this week, so I will register this week. And when I register, it's having me. I will do it with a lot of publicity and pump and make everybody see. But let me tell you something. Miracles can happen. God can come in and intervene and change the direction. The direction as it is right now, if everything there as it is right now, if they conduct elections tomorrow, na saloon, SLPP they lost to APC. Oh yes, cut me any side. As it is right now, if they conduct elections na Sierra Leone, SLPP, Julius Maada Bio, they lost to the APC.
With which candidates will the APC go put?
Let me tell you something about something my grandfather told me, the late Solomon Pratt, S.A.J. Pratt, about the 1967 elections. By the way, I don't study political trends in Sierra Leone for over 30 years. That's why I can make some predictions. Now, this same program I predict certain things then for the 2018 elections when it was Abdul Fonti who was the host. And every single one of my predictions came to pass. I am well experienced in understanding.
So your prediction is APC will
win. So my
win.
prediction, now I want to tell you today. My grandfather said something to me about the 1967 elections. He said, Olainka, the way that election they mean day. He said, if they mean take broomstick, then dress the broomstick with red, then put that broomstick for contest against SLPP, he said that broomstick, they win the elections. That is how 1967 elections were. And unfortunately for Julius Maada Bio, it don't make so many mistakes that it don't bring the country in psych to a state where if APC take broomstick, we dress her with red, we give her broomstick for contest tomorrow. I'm not saying the future because miracles can happen. God can come in, God can change things, God might open Julius Maada Bio's eyes for correct some of his mistakes them. Anything can happen.
It's less than a year to elections.
But 3 months to election, everything can change.
So that is what I'm asking. 2023, you think so they win the elections?
Well, first of all, I don't like to talk much about the APC because of the way the APC is currently structured. We'll not get zonal executives, we'll not get constituency executives.
So we'll not get chance?
No, I not say so. But I don't like to talk about the APC because of the way it is structured. But as I'm just giving you postulation, as of now, all things being equal, if all things how it is so now, we go elections tomorrow, APC they beat SLPP hands down. So if election a broomstick we dress with red.
So if all things not they so by June 2023.
That make us say miracles can happen. So President Maada Bio might, because now he blind, but could see the way that they see.
Hey, but your sister in good work, we don't talk about all not go help President Bio for lay win. You say your sister don't do a lot of good work.
Fatima is, to me, my opinion, now Julius Maada Bio in biggest asset. Believe you me.
So now I'm going to make you win the elections.
No, I'm not say that.
No, I'm asking. I'm not saying you
I'm just saying that she is such an asset to him.
And you believe she go play a role for lay win the elections?
Fatima like that mandate to.
No, I'm asking. I know
so
you don't.
Fatima is going to do so much for her husband.
So it's only good work you say. First Lady Fatima Bio don't do. Will that not add to the things that we go make President Bio win the election?
Fatima's work would add. Definitely, they add to Julius Maada Bio in Alor. She's one of his biggest assets. So
it's obvious President Bio will win 2023.
I not say so. As at now.
No, let's talk about now. You know, for things somewhere for this so 20.
I said it.
But you sabi politics. You know the trends, like you say over 30 years.
They only able to predict few weeks to elections.
Okay.
Anybody tell you say presidential elections can be predicted 1 year before? No, you cannot. you can postulate, like what I do at the last program, I say the mistakes then so beaucoup that he might lose 2023 elections.
Hopefully, before June 2023, weeks to the elections, we will get you back for predict.
And I can assure you of one thing. Whatever prediction I make, few weeks to June 2023, I assure you say it will be accurate to the dot.
You want promise we say you go give you that prediction, dinner?
I definitely will. That's a promise.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sylvia Blyden. Thanks for your time. It's always a pleasure having you on this program, and thanks for joining. We look forward for get you for make that prediction day. Thanks for joining us.